So there are multiple campgrounds within Golden Gate Canyon, and we'll show you that, but we're in the Reverend's Ridge campground, and we came off of Gap Road and entered into Reverend's Ridge. And so you have A loop, you have the administrative building right there, you have B, C, D, we're in E, and then F, G, H, I, J, all look like they're basically tent sites. And then you have some cabins and some yurts off to the side. We got this trip, site 59 in the E loop. It has electrical hookups, fire ring, picnic table, and for the most part, that's about it. Nice wooded area, big trees. Again, the campsites are fairly far apart, so you don't feel like you're camping on top of one another. This is a pull-through site, so a nice site for us to get the trailer in pretty easily, and we'll walk the loop and give you an idea of what it looks like. So far in E-Loop, all of the sites do seem to be pull-throughs, and it's basically a circular road with pull-through sites on either side of the road. So they do offer recycling here, along with trash disposal. And here is the dishwashing area in between the two restrooms. So we're down by F and H and J and I, all group, not all group, all tent campsites. A lot of really nice sites and a lot of activity this morning. Everybody's up early and plenty of parking for the vehicles. And again, this section is really close to the services building, so showers and restrooms and laundry. And here is the camper services building, which is shared by all the different loops here in Reverend's Ridge. We're inside the camper services building. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 showers, all reasonably clean. It looks like they are free, probably limited time, of course, but free nonetheless. And then, of course, sinks and toilets. So inside camper services with washing machines, dryers, a sink, soap dispenser, and some vending machines. So we're in loop D, and across the way is loop C, and they back into each other, but they're not connected via a road. They're two separate loops. So these are all appearing to be back-in sites, as opposed to the pull-throughs that were in loop E, where we are. Again, plenty of space between the sites. This loop happens to back onto the camper services building, so if you want to be close to that, and 40, 41, 42, all good sites to be fairly close and to actually have a fair amount of space behind you. So nice, a nice loop to be in. I think all the loops are nice. Actually, we've camped in we've camped in A, we've camped in C, we've camped in D.
And this is the first time we've been in E.
Now E, and we'll show you those other sites, but we haven't had a bad site and or loop since we've been here. So directly across from C Loop is the dump station, and as per normal, there's two sides. There's water available because there's not water at each site. That may be the place that you want to fill up when you get here. And B Loop, and it appears to be the format where it's all pull-throughs, very much like the E Loop that we're in. So there's A Loop up there, and you can come down a path, any number of paths, and get directly to the visitor center and the amphitheater, which we'll show you in a little while. So Reverend's Ridge Campground is here, and there is another tent-only campground in Aspen Meadow. It's called Aspen Meadow up here. And then there's a group campground, Rifleman Phillips, here. This is a really big park, and I don't know how many square miles, acres, whatever it's measured in, but it's a really big park. And there's another visitor center down at the opposite end of the park, and it's down here, we'll probably visit that and show you that at some point. But there are a massive number of trails in this park as well, which is one of the reasons we've always enjoyed coming here, is that you can take short hikes, you can take really long hikes, you can climb up in elevation or stay, relatively flat. A lot of great choices as far as trails are concerned. Directly behind the visitor center is the amphitheater. A nice little amphitheater with some benches over there, a fire pit, and we've watched quite a few different programs from up in here with our kids. Starting from the visitor center, there is a trail junction here, the Raccoon Trail to Panorama Point and the Nature Trail. Panorama Point is something that we will probably do while we're here, and we'll show you that hike in detail. It's a great hike up to get some great views of the lower valley, but we might just walk the little nature trail now to give you some idea of what that looks like. Your trail splits off. We'll go clockwise on this one. It doesn't take long to get, really out of the campground area and fairly secluded in the forest. That's another reason we really like coming here. The trails that they do have make you feel like you're out and away pretty quickly. Well, there are numbers on the little nature trail, and there's probably a pamphlet inside the visitor center that those numbers correspond to. Some nice wildflowers. It's basically a very short loop. I'm guessing no more than a quarter of a mile or a half a mile at the very most, so it's perfect for small kids or just an evening little hike. What do you think, Badgerita? Should we do an evening hike up to Panorama Point tonight?
No.
And why would that be?
Because of bears.
Well,
No, I'm not gonna hike in the evening with you ever again, ever.
And why would that be?
Because we saw bears.
Huh.
We saw bears.
So we're back to our intersection already. We've closed the loop and we're heading back toward the visitor center, knowing that we'll bring the grandkids here for this little loop. This is a good activity for them.
Have you guys ever seen a moose before?
No. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah?
Saw ones on different camping trips.
Oh, nice.
And we saw one on the way here.
Nice. Yeah, I was going to say, so we go around. There's a ton of moose inside of the park, so we like to just let people know.
So we're at the visitor center, and there's the campground, which we're at, the Reverend's Ridge campground. And so we came down 119, cut over on 46, and we're now visiting the visitor center. And you can see it's sort of right in the middle of the park, so it divides it basically in half. And there's a trout pond where you can feed the trout, which we're going to try and do. This is, I think, the official visitor center. We refer to the visitor center at the Reverend Ridge campground, but this, I think, is the park's official visitor center. Fire away when you're ready.
Oh, they went crazy.
We have been coming to this park since our kids were little, and they're not little anymore. Now we've got our grandkids coming to this park. Badgerita, what are some of the reasons you think we keep coming back to Golden Gate State Park for camping?
It's, well, a great campground for kids. Campsites are all, you know, fairly well spaced apart. It's in beautiful trees. There's all kinds of hiking trails and nice easy ones for little guys to do. They have an amphitheater that they do programs in on the weekends. Drive through the park, there's a great visitor center and a trout pond. Nederland's not too far away. I mean,
And what kind of things are in Nederland that make it attractive?
well, it's a cute little town. We're gonna go there and get pizza today. It has a carousel that the kids are excited about. We'll probably get ice cream. Restaurants, bars, all the
Yeah,
stuff
there's
is
a couple of breweries, brew
there.
pubs there. Scenes from downtown Nederland. And we're heading to a brewery and pizzeria combination. Is it good? Have you tried it yet? This is the carousel for Nederland, and it's pretty famous. Most people know it, and I don't know how old it is, but you can tell it's got some years to it. All in all, it's a park that's got a lot to offer. It's only a couple of hours away from us in Fort Collins.
And I have to say, if you want to if you do tent camping, this is like the best park for that. Their tent sites are amazing.
Yeah, that's true. They've got a lot of car camping tent sites rather than the walk-in campsites.
And they're busy. They're busy. Lots of kids in those, and this is a great place for tent camping.